Yeah, it's your boy, Killer King, bruh. You know, K.Z.U.P TV, K's up. Let's go. Let's get this shit started early. Gotta get this shit started off. Today, we're gonna start this bitch off talking about impeachment talk.
You didn't even fucking wash your face or nothing before you started this video.
Yeah, y'all, this is a wake up call, man. Let's get this wake and bake going, you know. Almost ready, y'all. Man, this motherfucker lit. All right, let's get this bad boy started. It's your boy K.Z.U.P, Killer King, bride. You know, this is a wake up call. Today they're gonna have the impeachment process. And one of y'all think he needs to be impeached. You know, I'm gonna give you what I think. I think I think he needs to be impeached, man. This guy, he been promoting racism from I can be remember. He's not trying to make the society nothing better. You know, I mean, we bought into this. You can't get caught up into that. How Kanye West, you know, like this motherfucking president because this motherfucker is evil. This president needs to be impeached. If a motherfucker don't give a fuck about his own daddy, he don't give a fuck about you. I don't know if people know about this, but when Donald Trump first got started, his daddy let him borrow $1 million to do something successful. Let him borrow $1 million to do something successful. This motherfucker, he take his dad on national TV and embarrass him. He embarrassed his father on TV. So, you know, this nigga, he been a clout chaser before the internet even came out. You see what I'm saying? So this motherfucker is nothing good for our motherfucking country. He cheated on the election in the first place. We caught him cheating, but we still let this motherfucker be president. So, you know, if you got any ability to vote against this or have any say so to having this motherfucker impeached, he needs to be impeached. I mean, this motherfucker, he mocking How could they let somebody be a president still and he mocking the disabled? I,
Underprivileged.
I mean, this and the underprivileged. He go on TV and shrug his shoulders like, and being funny, and we still let this motherfucker be president. I mean, how many passes is we gonna get this motherfucker? He's smacking bitches on the ass, grabbing them by their pussy, embarrassing the disabled, mocking them, making a mockery out of them, and they still want this fucker to run our country. He done cheated on the votes. Just think, money is power. So, this motherfucker done paid so many people off. Let me tell you what kind of president we got. Our president is stopping immigrants from coming to our country, but his wife is an immigrant. So he's saying, oh, yeah, I can have my immigrant, but nobody else can have immigrants. I mean, I understand it. What's up with it, Sir Drop?
Oh, chillin',
Yeah, yeah,
man. Yeah,
man. Just getting some wreck in on the early side, man. Talking about this crooked ass president we got. It's a possibility that he can get impeached today.
the orange man.
Yeah, the Syracuse Orangeman, man. The Syracuse Orange is a
Hey, what's up, Quentin? Hey, yeah, that's insane, man. But the whole thing is, it's all it's all a TV show for real. This shit's starting to get too corny. It's starting to not even make sense no more. It's starting to turn into theater with these government motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
I mean, this nigga break every law, but then we still want him to be president. And here's a secret about this motherfucker. Do you know? I mean, I read it, so I don't know how much of a fact that it is. But this motherfucker supposedly flies out to Russia to pay for the best pussy in the world. So that means this nigga just flying to Russia to be a trick. They say he is what he doing. They say he paying for company of the most beautiful women in the world. You know,
Dang.
and I was talking about how he was like he mocked the mentally retarded on national television. He grabbing bitches by the pussy.
Everybody got through the lines now. They got all them parts back there,
Hold
and they
on
got all
one
them
No,
second.
Chinese kids, X back there.
uh,
It's crowded back there. Can't nobody move. It's all fucked up. And then on the backside where they're building them at, all the lines are filled up because they went through the test to test them, but they can't test them because the line filled up and they backed up and back to that
And
test.
that's why them punk ass testers supposed to be helping you package and clear the fucking line instead of standing there looking like, man,
Yeah,
I
it's fucked up
can't
back there, man.
stand co-workers that don't do their job and then you
And the
gotta
thing about
cover
it
their
is,
slack. That shit be
the thing
bullshit.
about it is, man, we need two people up here
hey
painting.
man, hey, this shit funny as hell. I'm
Go
talking
ahead,
about
let
the.
me mute my mic right quick.
All right, yeah, but you know, I know I ain't ever vote for the motherfucker. I'm just trying to understand the people who still want to vote for this motherfucker. It's still diehard Trump supporters. They can hear all the bad shit that this motherfucking do, and the first thing is they say is MAGA or I'm voting for Trump and how fucking good he is. That's what I don't understand. I don't know what I mean. What do these motherfuckers want? They want the end of the world to happen quicker or what? I mean, as a Christian, I'm like, fuck it, bring it on. But in the Bible that I read, it tells you to don't be a fool. And what we are being the biggest motherfucking fools ever, man.
You ain't never lied, bro. Like,
Man,
especially buying this dumb shit.
and
Like,
and and we like it. It's like us just taking a stick and just hitting ourselves up in the head, just hurting ourselves more. Like our fucking
listen,
country
man,
is
the shit is
fucking.
all psyop. All that shit psyop, man. He never really won the presidency. They just selected him. We know that. They gave him the scripts to say. If you ever watch him talk or whatever, he constantly reading the script or a teleprompter. They telling him
Mhm.
what to say to push this divide and conquer method. You understand? And they using him as a puppet for real. Because you gotta understand the president don't run shit. It's the congressman. It's the people that the president gotta bring his ideas to.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because uh people use that same wording. They use that same wording to bring Obama down. That's what I don't like. They know damn well they know how the government works. Shit that's gonna happen while you in term, they done already decided that shit 10 years ago. So when the
Yeah.
shit go through, like some of these trades that went through when Obama was in office, I ain't agree with every trade, but deep down inside, I'm like, fuck it, because it really was to help a person of color out, for real. But
You notice Obama, he helped everybody but the black folks, the ghetto folks. He helped the gays. He helped the women. He helped that they will not let, like it say in the Bible, can't nobody take these bondages off of us, man. For some reason, we forever the worker bee. We forever the worker ant. And that's the part I don't like, man. But now they got Mexicans doing our old jobs. But now we really ain't got, they have no use for us now. We used to be the worker bees. Now we just like, fuck it. So they say what? Niggas is lazy. No, we tired of working for y'all motherfuckers, man. And not getting the pay we deserve. So since we started saying that, they say, well, we can pay these Mexicans. Yeah,
mhm. Yeah, man, I hope this motherfucker get impeached, though, for real.
yeah, they gonna
They
kick
try to
him
threat.
out of this. They, if anything is real about this shit, they'll kick him out. If it ain't real, they gonna keep him so the people can still be at an uproar. Like he can do whatever he wanna do. This is fucked up. America's turned into a racist country. He wants, you know what I'm saying, just to big him up and shit. But they impeaching, like they impeached Bill Clinton.
Hmm. Hey,
They they
they done raised the scare factor, though. Now that's what they doing.
they impeached Bill Clinton for getting some head. It was got some head, bro. They impeached.
Hell yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, like they basically, oh, you can't do this. This is a violation XJ9100. That is a no, is what we call it.
But,
You got it
but Mel Monroe was fucking the shit out of the Kennedy.
right,
That's
and they
everything.
knew it.
They ain't do nothing. They just wanted him out of there. So if they want Bill out of there, but at least Donald was trying to tell us about the fake news and telling us about the higher ups. But the whole thing is he was gatekeeping that shit because he's part of it too. So when he gets to talking about the banks and all that, that shit be real shit. But he acting like he fighting against them when he not. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Donald Trump.
So, but it is fake news. All that shit be fake, man. Like shit that be happening in our city that happen for real. You would think
Uh
that shit would be nationwide news, but it never leave your city because it's not pumped by the government. All them shit be psyops that go worldwide. Like, remember the dude just got shot by the police in Cleveland? He was pistol whipping his girl right in front of the police and shit. That shit ain't even make it out Ohio, though. The Trayvon Martin go worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, they trying to scare us now. Though they trying to say if he do get impeached, y'all better watch out for his vice president. 'Cause he gonna be the motherfucker. I'm thinking to myself when I'm like, man, that motherfucker ain't even gonna have enough time to sit down. By the time he sit down, it's gonna be over with. That I mean,
Nah,
that's
man.
what
Here's why they'll never destroy this shit. It's ain't nobody destroying their businesses and all that shit. So they'll scare you like martial law. Ain't no goddamn way a city like Chicago is shutting down. You know, big New York. Them cities ain't shutting down for nothing, man. There's too much money and business going on. It's not in their best interest to tear up their own TV. You know how your team losing and you throw the goddamn remote at it and break your whole TV? That's what they'll be doing. They ain't about to do that. They need us too much. If they damn sure pump fear in it, as long as they can get enough people scared of it, it did its job.
you say what?
As long as they can get enough people in fear, that's all they
Uh,
trying to do. A comet might hit the Earth. We might go to war with Russia. Will Donald Trump get impeached? It's the same story. Every fucking president.
yeah, they will use those scare tactics. Hey,
Shooting.
but you hey, them scare tactics be uh I think it affect the mind in a reverse way to where it still work till they go. Like
Right.
you know how they say like you can die from drugs. And motherfuckers like you can die from drugs, but then they be telling themselves no I ain't. And they say you know they done overdose off heroin or some shit.
And they
You know what I'm
attacking their own people with that heroin shit. Black folks don't even use heroin. Fucking sell it. So they killing two birds. They giving you life for selling it. And watch their own people OD on the shit. They don't even give a fuck. It ain't got nothing to do with no color thing. It's to keep the power. So you know these Caucasians was waking up, starting to get money. They was about to they was understanding the 1%. So now they had to destroy them motherfuckers. So they started pumping all these opioids and shit, destroying they whole thing like they did us with the crack. Remember before the crack hit, motherfuckers was house owners, corner stores was black, everything was black. You know what I'm saying? And the ghettos where the black people was. They brought crack in, let the Arabs buy up the businesses, and all the people, the successful people, like these was doctors and shit that was smoking dope in the 90s. This wasn't no, they wasn't dope things that you see on that. You just saw them after they got hooked. The motherfuckers was house built, it was everything, bro. And crack just took
saying?
all that from 'em. They was pushing the most potent dope in the hood. It ain't like dope today. That shit was strong as fucking. Remember, they used to turn into zombies like Pookie on New Jack City. That was real. I ain't saw it
Yeah.
hit like that. I don't see them no more. You know what I mean? You don't even know a motherfucker smoke dope nowadays. Back then in the 90s, as soon as they hit that rock, you like, look at that motherfucker. That
Hmm.
motherfucker, he booed. He get to walking down the street all fast, talking to himself.
Hey, but you know they probably be using them numbers like you said if they already knowing. Think of it this way: if they already knowing, they probably was tired of all them times of certain white people being down with the black people movement. So now you finding white people down with the black people movement too. They're like, you know what? I got something for your ass. We know through the numbers that even if we get y'all this heroin, y'all motherfuckers, we gonna get the motherfuckers that's close to y'all anyway. So we about to take our motherfuckers out, and that's how you see a lot of these low class or middle class or trailer park white people dying with some of the black people do because you really don't know black people who do it, but you will hear about a black person dying from it. they might be kidnapping these motherfuckers and pumping them up, and they find out that they family don't visit them often or something like that, or they a loner and just get into them that way. So
That's why
you
they
couldn't.
destroyed their movies. Cause niggas. What's going on, Lee? How you doing? I ain't seen you all morning. All right, I'll be back there. Keith, let me quit. I'm a proud man.
Hell yeah, man. That's how we gotta be, man. Especially even being black, man. Being black and our age right now here, that's that shit, man. That's a blessing in itself. People even don't even know how hard that is to do.
Yeah, yeah, black. It ain't like they holding us back now. They ain't even holding us back. They just letting us fall all the way now. Ain't even. It's insane. I remember 2, 3 years ago they had cut them food stamps off for like 2 weeks. It was like an experiment. You remember that shit? In Akron, when they stopped the
Yeah,
food stamps,
yeah.
motherfuckers had babies there starving. They ain't even give a fuck. People can't get their Similac, none of that. And it was just to show, see how much power we have. Now abide by the system type thing, man. Shit lasted 2 weeks. Niggas was about to tear the hood up. They like, okay, they had enough. They're about to break. So we know it'll last for 2 weeks before there's enough, boy. It was just a test. They'll do a blackout in the city to see how long it takes for people to flip out to be tested.
Hey, and that test worked. It made some of them people. It worked in a negative way. It. I actually seen like just certain girls you wouldn't see almost hanging out there on the corner or at the gas station or some shit. It's like you seen bitches and niggas lingering around for extras after that. They damn near brought they damn near brought people outside with that experiment.
Hey, my bad for this spraying sound. I'm at work and shit. Ain't nowhere around it. If I keep running to my phone, I'm gonna be made. I can't be made.
What's up, Ron G?
What's up, Rod G? I joined the building. What's going on, man?
You muted, Ron? No, he ain't muted.
Yeah, get it. He need a channel too. We got a channel.
Uh, no, I don't think so. I don't know. He might.
These little series I'm about to run with Mind's Eye though. That shit
Oh hell yeah, Mine's Eye. He be having some shit to talk about.
gonna be dope. Know how to
It
pick
need
his
be.
brain.
Hmm.
I said I know how to pick his brain. It's basically gonna be his show. I'm gonna just be asking him deep ass questions. Hell yeah, that's gonna be live. Then we got the hood talk going. What's the name of the show you about to start running with Ron G?
Oh, tap in the
Tap
teacher and the
in.
preacher.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, y'all might want to start that right now since you got him on. You can retitle it and start a whole new one. And start that shit right now. While you got him
Okay.
on.
Well, it's gonna take a minute to get it started anyway. Yeah, Ron. Can you hear me? Can you say something, Ron G?
I can hear you.
Oh, what's up with it,
Can you
man?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
Oh
now.
no, I just okay. I don't know why my phone be going in and out like that. I hate it.
I can't really hear him, but it's probably on my end. I got these black ass Bluetooth
Oh, you
headphones.
can
Oh, can you hear Sir Jock, Ron G?
hear him?
You can hear him?
My phone turned up all the way. Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he said he can hear you.
Yeah, so it's on my end.
So,
So I'm gonna
hey,
drop out. Can't hear him. I'm gonna just finish listening to y'all build right quick. I'll be in the chat part.
okay.
All right, that's what's happening. All right, Rod G, man.
Can you?
Give them that game, boy.
Okay,
That's what they here for.
okay,
I ain't here to hear about
right.
LeBron James. Niggas don't give a fuck how many points he had. His number is 23 because he represents Satan.
We we, we here to learn
Hey, but all right, I'm gonna let y'all
about
finish Bill.
All right, that's all. What's up, Ron Gisno, man? What you think about your boy Trump, man?
he working for the devil.
So you saying Trump part of Esau's people, huh?
Yeah,
Uh,
he's a
You fading out a little bit.
he's a descendant. I guess the overall. Okay, you hear me now? I guess the overall is birthright back. Like Esau's birthright and gave it to the 12 Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. But Esau didn't care birthright to Jacob for meat that had blood in it. And then
Mm,
later he got rid of Esau, that Jacob his birthright back. And so he can run the world because we were supposed to run the world. And Deuteronomy chapter 28,
mm,
verse 15, God it over to Cupid. So that when you know the Bible, then you know why people act the way they act and us. Because what God says is, but if God
yeah.
said that about them, they'll let it be known.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Be
you was still cutting
glad
out a
when
little bit.
I be I be glad when they cut him, when they fire him and impeach him.
Well, you know that's what
I want
today
him to
is.
see how he feels.
That's why I was talking about it
Yeah,
today
yeah,
because he could possibly be impeached today. He probably not. More likely, he not. But you know how they bring it up, and they be like, "So today is one of them days where he could possibly be impeached." But if I
yeah.
understand money power, he probably gonna make it.
Right, I think so too. But maybe not because what he did, he tried to sell the country for you know what I'm saying. He what he did that was like a blackmail or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so they might kick him out. I want him to see how it feels to be fired.
but that's what he pride himself on as being master of loopholes in the sense
Mm-hmm.
that's all he pride is. People think it's something else and they want to call it success and all that. But all he really happy of is that he knew how to get through the loophole.
Uh huh. Yeah.
See, people ain't looking at him like a master of loopholes. That's what he did. And when I had first started uh, on the show, I was saying
I
that
know.
this dude embarrassed his father on national television after he gave him $1 million to get started. If he had do that to his own father, everybody else in the world, especially black people's ass is grass compared to what he
Right.
trying to do. So if you
Right.
could think is any other way, you would have to be a fool. That's where you would start at. And then you look at all the business deals. Okay, I guess it's okay to monopolize and win and make more money. Get rent off of Prince and Michael Jackson for $70,000 a month, and do that for
Yeah.
20 years, and everybody, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. But then to go on national stage and make fun of the what was it, a reporter or something that was crippled or whatever, and he just mocked him and made joke with his like his fun griping
Uh-huh.
bitches. And we know it was documented he fly to Russia to get some of the pay to be around some of the most beautiful girls in the world. What the fuck do you think he doing? His wife is an immigrant and he want to keep people out. That
Right.
means he is never going to come from an understanding point of view to you.
Right.
And this is
That's right.
and this is the killer. This is the killer, and this is recent. MAGA, make America great again. Listen, motherfucker. As far as I know, America never was motherfucking great because we was motherfucking slaves, and all the time
Yeah.
that you was talking about.
Yeah. And not only that, you slaughtered the Indians and then made us slaves. So how's America great again? But that's what he mean when he say that, make America. What do you mean by keeping us down? Hey, make America great again. What do you mean by that?
Because I'm like, man,
Like
this
we and his
motherfucker.
wife is from.
It's like this motherfucker was never great behind the scenes. Yeah, I look at us as great as a superpower because of all the nationalities getting
Yeah.
together to defend. I look at America as great
Mhm.
as that, but it never was just great as in a life, you know, for people. I mean, for white people, yeah, it was real great
That's what
because
that's what he mean by that. Make America great again.
right
It's
now,
only
and
for the white people.
yeah, that's and if we just broke that down and made it say make America great again for the white people, down to all this other talk and y'all caring about animals and shit like that. You
Yeah,
see
they
what
don't
I'm
care about
saying?
us. They care about the animals more than they do about us. They don't like us. They want to keep us down. That's the reason why they put all this evil alcohol in our neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Back
Yeah.
in this old guy, he like 70 something years old. He told me back when he was a teenager, the white people used to drop barrels of guns on the railroad track so the black people could have guns in their neighborhood so they could kill each other.
And and we gotta believe it because we believe the Rick Ross story, right? So we know what
Yeah,
they capable of. If you know about the Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, Rick Ross story. If you know about that, then you know the government they coming to bring some shit to bring you down, whether it's through the hood, whether it's medical, whether it's through the
they,
FDA, whether it's through just a financial control to you know. Yeah.
then back in the 30s, it was in Oklahoma. It was a city. Nothing but black people lived there. There was no whites. There was black police officers, black mayors. The whole city is black. The white people got mad and wanted to fight. So they said, black people don't. They got pianos in the front room. I don't even my house. These niggers. So they fought, dropped a bomb on that city and killed all those black people. That was back in the 30s. They dropped a bomb on the city for no reason. They don't
Damn.
like us, man. The Bible says Esau envy us. Believe the Bible. Believe the Bible. God see us, and the Bible says Ishmael and Esau secretly try to destroy the children of Judah, but by giving so much, he would not allow that to happen.
Mm.
Esau's right, Ishmael is the Arabs, because Ishmael became the father of the Arabs.
Yeah.
So anytime God mentioned Ishmael after he died, he talking about God, the children of Ishmael. And when God talk about Esau died, he mean the children of Esau. And after everybody died who became the father of these nations, they was named after their father. And that's why we named after Judah. That's our nationality is called Judah. White people nationality is called Esau. And God you when
You breaking
by the
up, Archie.
original when these white people don't like us. It says in the Bible every when they plotted against us, God said they looked at the God said they looked and seen how much God was doing for us, and they plotted against us ever since. That's in the Bible.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
And and when you know all that, and then you see how they act today, it's just you then you know the Bible. You see how they fulfilling the Bible from what God already said about them.
Hmm. Hey, hey, I was talking to this guy the other day, and we was in a little heated debate, and he was talking about do they rewrite did the devil rewrite the Bible? And I was trying to tell him, I was like, I mean, and he was trying to cover everything, that basically saying that a regular human being even be part of writing it and all that. And my answer was to actually, I said a lot of Christians wouldn't believe me, but uh, the devil always rewriting the Bible in other people's minds as they read it as time go on, because I was like, that's why they call it, stuff like demonic possession. The devil want to possess you like a puppet. He want to get a hold of you, but that's how I was trying to explain it to
You 100% right.
him.
I was shocked to hear you say that. What you just said is 100% right. That was
Hmm.
crazy. Gave me because
he, he
that's how the devil. Go ahead.
oh, no, I was saying, yeah, he want to get possession of you.
Right. That's why the devil need a body. So who body did he get in as a nation? Can you know
Hmm.
the white man? He got in the white man.
Yeah, but I
That's
do
why
have
the
a
when
different take
when
on that though. See, that's one thing that that got, like I say, like understanding different, because if you know your God, it's like I know my God, so I know that this got to be like that. Just for instance, on the same note of knowing that your God is not a he or a she. And I was on that subject too about saying that he or she, but I was like, but if you do the interpretations, and that's part of my saying that the devil can always be rewriting the Bible in somebody's minds. I still have another conspiracy on the thee thou thuses and all that type of stuff. But dang, I almost forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that one. Uh, what was I saying about the possessions?
No, you were saying when I said that the
Then your mic was breaking up.
you said, man, I hate when that happens. You said it's in my mind, but I can't bring it out through my mouth.
I was saying something about their possessions for demonic possession and all that type shit. You just flipping around, but anyway, basically, you think he part of Trump, part of Esau, same blood. What's happening?
What up?
1300 there.
What's up? 1300K?
Shit, chilling, man.
What you got going on?
Just up early in the morning, politicking.
Oh yeah. What you talking about?
What was we talking about, Ron G?
Ron G at your house?
No, Ron G's mic is mixing up. We was talking first. We on talking about the impeachment of Donald Trump. Hopefully today, but we don't think it's gonna really happen.
Uh-huh.
You know, because he got so much money.
Yeah.
He sound like you was asleep. He got on here like
I just woke up. I seen I had a message from you.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Blame,
I don't know what
blame.
happened.
Huh?
Ron G.
Up, Shiny.
What's up?
What's good? Yeah.
Just woke up.
And same old. You did?
Hold on. I better get some rest.
That's what them 12 hours of do to you.
Damn, that shit echoing.
Yeah. What's up with y'all guys?
12 hours.
You on my K.Z.U.P TV, man. We up here politicking early in the morning, man. Wake up call.
Okay, then. Let me turn
You
this
know.
light off. Oh shit. Woo. All right.
Yeah, but we was talking about. I was telling this dude about.
Did you ever tell Shiny?
What'd you say, Roger?
Oh, I was
Wait a
just gonna
minute.
say, did you tell Shiny about what you told me?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Have you ever seen UFO before, Shiny?
No.
All right, now I'm gonna tell you about when I seen the UFO. I really didn't want to say nothing, but one time I was coming from like down Howard Street up in the downtown. It was a little disc, a silver flying disc,
Uh-huh.
following me. And every time I turned back, it kind of moved, and it was going up by like the street lights and shit like that, and it was following me.
How big was it?
It was the size of I want to say the size of a little box. I'm trying to think, like the size of a 24 ounce, a 24 can box, but it was a disc, and that bitch was just flying around following me. Well, anyways, it followed me for a while to where I looked at it. That motherfucker still was there. And I was thinking like, damn man, could somebody be like using that motherfucker like it was a drone or something? But that bitch was moving kind of fast and like smooth, like really almost like TV. So that was the end of that time. So another time when I lived in Kenmore, a same thing followed me. And then this time it had got scary. It had got so scary to where that bitch followed me. For real, I'm gonna tell Ron G that shit. That bitch followed me to like my backyard to where I could see it in my backyard. And you know how I used to have that big fence that surrounded my backyard, that brown fence
Uh-huh.
in Kenmore. And that bitch just stayed there and hovered to where I went in the house and I came back out. And that bitch was there. So I told Ron G about it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna tell you one last thing about this motherfucker. It had some pinkish, reddish, sparkly lights. And then I told Ron, so then I let Ron G tell me what happened. He was like, yeah, it was some pinkish, reddish, and that bitch just sparked and disappeared. I was like, oh, what happened? Tell him about your time, so I can. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it
Ron
was.
G seen one
That's
too?
hey, that's how I know you telling the truth. Yeah, I seen 28 of them all together,
28?
and each time out, I seen one where they house a bait who seen them. They said, look, when I first moved down there, they told me, uh, it's UFOs down here, but if you see one, do not call the police because the police gonna send me in black, and they're gonna all follow you to the store, even if you go to the corner store, if you go to Walmart.
Uh-huh.
You
What's wrong
look
with your mic? What's wrong with your mic?
in the Walmart's parking lot, I see that same car that sit outside your house all. No, it can't get now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Ron G. He said he couldn't hear you that
Can you
good.
hear me
Let
now?
me go air. A little bit.
Oh, can you hear me now,
Glenn
Shawnee?
Blino? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then it was 2012. This is the first time I seen them. 2012,
Uh-huh.
uh, July the 4th. I was looking out the window. I had the apartment I lived in on Main Street. I had big windows. The windows were 6 feet tall. So I was looking out the window and I seen these big balls of light. They look like a sun. You know, they just big balls of light. It was 7 of them in a row going across. So I told my brother, is this new? Is
Hey,
this a
can
new
you hear?
some type of firework? Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta back out and come back in. Just keep going ahead, Ron G.
Okay.
Ron G.
So one day, Shani, you know where Ira at on the south side, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
was
know where
walking
it's
to the
at.
corner store on Princeton and Ira.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then as you look towards Kenmore, there was a star in the sky. And it kept moving back and forth in the blink of an eye. And I said, wow, what is that? Because this is the only big star in the sky. And I said, what was that? And so I said, I probably ain't seen anything. So I'm walking to the store. And then it did it again. I told Nino, the guy who was in the store, Nino, come out here. That thing up in there, that's not a star. That's something in that. And so we waited out there for 15 minutes and didn't do nothing. So he said, Aaron, I got to go back in. So I said, okay. So I walked back home with my 2 bags. So I look back and it started going all the way high up in the sky till I couldn't see it no more. And I said to myself, somebody's in that. That's not a star. Around, I started walking home. And just before I turned the corner, I looked back and it was back right there. Somebody's in that. So I went home and I told my brother what happened. So he said, oh man, I don't want to.
I'm listening.
off my shoe. He said, he busted my room. Ronnie, come here, come here, come here. So I went outside. I said, what's up? And I went in the front room and he said, look. I looked out the window. That big ball of light was in front of my window. And my brother was pacing the floor screaming, Jesus, Jesus. And I'm standing in the window trying to figure out, I'm trying to look through this ball of light. Like, what is that? And then it started coming towards us. And I turned around and said, hey, Adrian, it's coming towards us. And he threw his hands up in the air like, oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. And so it was coming towards us. I'm trying to look in the light to see what it is, but I can't. And it just went right over my building. It was going like 2 miles, maybe like 1 mile an hour, so I could get a good look. And now, that was that time. I was over, I don't know if you know him or not, this dude named Logic. He got studios, he do beats. He was the first one in Akron who put up videos on TV. Back in, his name Logic.
That sounds familiar,
He lived down there on the south side. In the house. He got a studio. So we were just playing around in his house, just acting stupid. It was about 1:30 in the morning around October. So I said, all right, man, I got to head back up the street. I see you later. And so he said, all right. And he shook my hand. And he said, what the fuck is that? And when I turned around, it was a big ship, 2 houses wide. And it was very, very low, just a little bit above the trees. And it went right over the house, just like in the movie, and it flew right over us, a big ship. And they had lights up on it, rows of lights up under the bottom. Airship, and it over us, because we was in Summit Lake on Miller, and it went right over us towards the baseball field, like going towards Thornton. It went right over, and then when it went over us and we didn't see it no more, those big that I was telling you about, it shot right behind it, like
Hey, but you know, but why you on this subject? Because I'll probably
one day. That was that time.
Hold on, Blam.
Oh, me. Oh, go ahead, Ranji. My bad. I can't hear you now,
I'm
Ranji.
listening to you. Before you forget.
Oh no, I was saying, didn't you say something about Bebop?
I was listening to you.
The other day. Did you say something about Bebop and Rocksteady? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ninja
Turtles.
I don't know.
So anyways, what you may remind, I mean, it's something weird that I was gonna put to after I tell y'all of my last whatever alien story. But anyways, Vbot and Rocksteady is some like mutated dudes from the Ninja Turtles. I don't know. We was talking about me and somebody was talking about them. But anyways, what if some aliens is a similar look to like Bebop and Rocksteady mutated type thing, but actually is out in the damn universe, you know, like from another story from another world. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but go ahead.
Like another universe from another universe, multiverse type.
Like one of the different planets. They like a devil that got cast away from another story that's something similar to Earth. They got water and stuff like that, but because there's thousands of planets. There's planets that we couldn't even imagine to see because it takes too many billions of years to get there. But just say like, what if that was like one, like if it was us, but we only live 100 years. But say, you know, anything else is because if you come from another world, we couldn't even imagine of what it could look like. And they couldn't even imagine what we would possibly look like just because it would be so different. If you understand how science of a not understanding that can be, but like say for instance, you know how the Silver Surfer was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say if it was a Silver Surfer type of theory, but it's like two big demons going around, you know, that then got loose and got somewhere like we trying to get loose and just see how Saturn is or something. But all right, go ahead, Ranji. I ain't want to fuck you up. Even though I probably did.
No.
Yeah.
This is the last one. This is the one I seen with UK, the same one you seen. I seen it too. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. It was in the summertime. and I went in the kitchen and the window was up, and I was saying, I looked out the window and I said, "Hey, show yourselves to me. If you showed yourselves to me before, so show yourself to me again." And then when I said that, this pink and red ball came from behind the tree. It couldn't hold a shape. It was round. It couldn't hold a shape, and it was turning pink and red, real fast, coming towards my window. Pink and red, pink and red, pink and red, and then it just disappeared right in front of my eyes.
Yeah, and
I'm not lying.
that's the one did to me. I'm like, damn, how did that bitch disappear like this? So I'm guessing that motherfucker had flew so motherfucking fast that that bitch is basically like it was what you call it? Because that's like what the black. That's how strong the black hole is. They say when they found the black
Yeah.
hole, the
Hmm.
black basically a a a a, a laser that can kill everybody on Earth 10 times with just one touch of the laser. So the laser is so strong that it's so strong and fast. It's almost nothing, but it sucks the light in so fast. It's trying to get away. It's
It
basically
looked like
just
it
will
went to
form
another
the hole and it's
dimension.
just sucking shit around of it. So it'd just suck a whole star apart like a planet or something. But I was watching a lot of black hole shit like, like shit, man.
Yeah,
You
me
funny,
too.
right?
I
I
be
fucks
watching
with
that
that
too,
shit
K.
too, though.
hmm
Uh-huh.
I'm a straight National Geographic Planet Earth geek. I'll watch that more
Yeah,
than the
me
movie.
too.
My girl be mad as hell at me. I'm like, are you watching this shit?
Hell yeah, I watch all that shit. I watch Ancient
You watch
Aliens,
that?
all that shit.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
But
All the
you
way to
know,
deep,
but them
all the way to
aliens.
deep sea fishing, like how they fishing out there in ice.
All that shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. At the end,
Uh-huh.
at the
And
end,
galaxies.
I just got
Fighting all
cable with
morning,
channels.
these motherfuckers. Every time I get close to it, they stop fighting. Can y'all see these pictures or no?
uh-huh.
Y'all see them
You
fighting?
Yeah, I see them.
cleaned your aquarium out, right?
Yeah, I see them.
Oh, you can see them fighting.
Yeah, they look like they was kissing. You cleaned your aquarium out recently?
Oh damn, my fucking phone went dark. Yeah, yeah, I cleaned it out. Hell yeah, that
Yeah,
bitch
that
was.
shit look clean as fuck. It look clear. The water look clear.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I can't even see.
But it gotta be an explanation. I I can see you, K.
Oh, you can see me?
You froze now on my TV, on
But
my
the
screen, you froze.
UFO, yeah, I can see.
You froze
Yeah,
on
you
mine,
froze on
K.
mine too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset it, but we can still go ahead. I can still talk.
Mm. What was y'all really talking about before I came in? I heard y'all say something about Esau.
Oh yeah. About I was saying,
Oh
don't you
yeah,
think Donald Trump
we was talking about
is
Donald Trump.
really a kid from Esau, basically meaning white people.
I I can't remember where it's at in the Bible, but a dude that pointed it out, and it was speaking of this number president, whatever the number of Donald Trump is, it was saying in the Bible that it was gonna be bad at that time. Whatever that president was, or whoever was leading the who was ever like not ruling, I can't think of the word I want to use, but that it was gonna be a time that it was gonna be crazy, sort of. It mentioned what is it like the 43rd president right now?
The 45th.
It's well the 45th then, and the Bible spoke of it of the 45th. I'm gonna end up trying to look when I get back into my Bible. I'm gonna try to find it and remember it.
See, but you know what? See, I'm old fashioned though. With stuff like that, I've been turned down too many times with that.
What you mean?
And we all around the same age. Like they had it. They even had a time where it probably wasn't my time, but in my time we was finding out about it. That you know, they think they found out which day God was coming and actually commit suicide, thinking they like jumping off roofs all at the same time, all kinds of weird ass shit.
See, that's them cults. That's what them cults trick people to believe that certain let's do this for like even like the Muslims that be killing themselves, the suicide bomber Muslims.
Go eat
That's
deeper than that, though. But look, even
yeah.
on both sides, even though the Mayan calendar, y'all remember how they lied for what was it, year 2000 or something like that? So
Mm-mm.
and it ended to be all they ancient Egypt preaching, all that shit is debunked. As soon
Mm.
as they be like, yeah, this Mayan calendar does this, so we're for sure that the world is going to end in 2000. And you're going to see the eclipse that blocks the sun 3 days before the this. All that happened, and then it don't. It's like, ah,
And even to say something, and that's what's so funny. Like to me, for my beliefs, I don't believe if you I'm like I guess I'm trying to say is when a person say the world go in, what do they actually think how the world gonna end? Is people just gonna collapse and die? Is the world gonna blow up? Because the way I feel, the world is always going to exist. We're gonna be the ones who die off in time. But then it's always I feel like it's always gonna be something roaming the world, roaming the planet Earth.
And when people say the earth is the end of the earth, it ain't going to be the end of the earth because God said He made the earth to last forever.
Hmm.
What they mean by evil system of things, the evilness is going to be the end of the evilness. God said He coming back with. He's going to burn everything up and make everything back new. He did it once with water. This time He says He's going to do it with fire. That means it'll never be evil on the earth again.
Uh, uh, well, I guess I can sort of agree, but then I'm gonna say no because so you saying if he's saying he gonna make everything new, what he gonna try a totally different life form?
No, it's going to be the same life form we know now. It's just the evil system of things on the earth. It'll be the end of that.
But I think I read in the Bible though,
That means He gonna do
without
away with
good,
the
there's
devil.
no evil, huh?
I know. That's why God is going to do away with the evilness, the evil system of things on the earth. That means the devil and all his evil ways, the system of the devil, God's going to do away with them. Not the earth or the people He loves, but just the evilness. That's how the world. That's what He means when the world is going to end. The devil is going to go to hell, and all his followers and the system that the evil system. And that's when God says He's going to make a new heaven and a new earth
What that thing
because
say?
all
X Aaron 957. Muhammad is the real prophet. Do y'all see that thing? No.
yeah, I see it.
yeah, 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 I see it. But some people be believing what they believe in. He probably a Muslim or something, and he probably
Oh,
believes in
is he typing that info so we can see it
yeah,
and he can hear us too?
yeah. You can address it if you want to. He said Muhammad is a real prophet.
How can you consider Muhammad the real prophet?
Well,
What
you can't
what
consider
what
Muhammad the real prophet because he's just a man like me and you.
and what have he gave us what kind of signs, what kind of knowledge did he give us from God though? If you saying he's a prophet, what kind of thing did he prophesize? What did he prophesize about? What kind of knowledge and understanding and love and care is he spreading through the world to be even considered a prophet? What can we see in the
And
near future that Muhammad said that's gonna be? He ain't
Muhammad,
said
he
nothing
wrote
that's
the
gonna
Holy
be,
Quran,
huh?
and he Muhammad wrote the Holy Quran with the help
Okay,
of Esau, with the help of Esau. And when you read the Quran, Muhammad says in there, because I got the book, I got all religion books. He says in there, I don't even know if I'm going to heaven, but Jesus knew where he was going and where he was from. Muhammad is a descendant from Ishmael. Ishmael is the father of the Arabs.
Ishmael. I
God, and the
didn't read
reason why
nothing
people
about my.
think that,
In my Bible,
huh?
I didn't read. I didn't come across Muhammad's name, but I
Muhammad's
guess
not in the Bible. I'm saying he's a
okay.
descendant. He's a descendant from Ishmael. Ishmael
It
is the
was
father of the Arab.
Ishmael and who?
Well,
What didn't
you talking
Ishmael
about
have a brother?
Abraham had 19. Yeah, Abraham
Huh?
had 19 sons. So Ishmael had seven. Ishmael had 18 brothers, but
Mm-hmm.
the one God did. Abraham had 19 sons. Ishmael was the oldest. He's the father of the Arabs. His
Oh,
second son was Isaac, and
uh,
even though Abraham had 19 sons, God only dealt with one of them, and that was Isaac. But
uh-huh.
since Abraham had a baby by his slave, and she became the mother of the Arabs, because Ishmael is the father of the Arabs. God said,
Mm,
I still love you because you Abraham's son, and I'm gonna look out for you. But
right.
you gonna fight with your brothers forever. And Arabs fight all the way to this day. They bomb each other, they hate each other all the way to this day. Yeah, they are descended from Abraham, but
Yeah.
God only dealt with Isaac.
Yeah,
And,
they
and
He
are
only
that
dealt with Isaac.
our cousins though.
and you know
Yeah,
that's
but God,
crazy when
God,
Ron G put that for real, because that'd be the truth behind when I be like reading the Bible. Like people be taking like some things literally, like when he say he gonna fight with your brothers until till like just till the end of time or till the end of his existence. But it go further than that because it go back to the descendants, the generations to come, and how like the people that's still over there is still fighting amongst each other. They're having holy wars. They doing all. They just living crazy. So I take truth to that when you say things like that, because I even read stuff like that in my Bible, and that's what I get out of it. Because I don't think of it just as like simple. Like hold on, not to change it. Like Boney when he was talking that day, Rod. Boney is like the dumbest, most simple-minded ignorant person I'd ever met in my life. He
Oh,
was Boney, Sir Drop. He better be glad I was getting a moment to myself.
but no,
And
you ain't. Sir Drop hear you. He gonna come in and address.
Sir Drop, when you was talking about the flat plane and that, you was talking so crazy. I couldn't believe like that was Boney. I didn't understand how could you even think so simple-minded to even just think and say the things you were saying. I was appalled. I was appalled. Like I was too outdone with you. So that was just crazy. Like just not even think that there's
That's
a
what Ron G
world.
think. Ron G think the same thing.
what, a
Okay,
flat earth?
even if we go back to that, because I think Rod used the same
Yeah,
scenario.
he get
Even
on
if
that.
even if you put that water in a bubble, at some point of that water, the top of that surface is a smooth surface until you move it. So even if we're living inside of a bubble, because you got to think this planet has depth. This planet has dimension. This is a bigger. This. Say I'm gonna use a simple term. This planet is bigger. Is more like a 3D dimension. We living in but it's a bigger 3D or whatever dimension you want to call it. So for a person to really say like, okay, the Earth is flat. No, the Earth is not flat. The Earth is a sphere, and within that Earth, you have surfaces that are flat. But you still also have what about the mountains? Is that what would that be considered? That's not a flat surface, but you can walk on it. We're walking on roads that's flat because guess what? We made them flat. We laid the pavement down. But the earth was let's just think of Colorado, Arizona, all them Rocky Mountains and stuff like that. We had to smooth the surface in order to be able to walk a straight line.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Shiny, if the earth was like a spear, right? I'm just gonna give you an example. If earth was like a spear, say the earth is like a basketball, right? You know those little bumps that's on the basketball?
Okay.
You don't see them. All you see is just a round ball. But as you
Right.
get close and touch it, you see the bumps. And that's
Okay.
the same way it is with the mountains. You can't see the mountains. We very, very tiny. We are so tiny you don't see us. But since us humans, we can see the mountains, and to us, the mountains, like Mount Everest, is 50-something thousand feet up in the air. That's
Okay.
tall to us. But you
Okay.
have to realize we small. And if you was to stand back, if God was to allow you to stand back and look at the earth, you would not be able to see the mountains. It'd be smooth just like a basketball.
Okay, but so
We
what they
are
got to do
tiny.
with the earth being flat?
I'm about to tell you. I
Okay.
just said that just so you can know the difference between the mountains. We see the mountains, but if you stand back, you don't see no mountains. You just see
Okay.
a round earth. But the flat earth, the Bible make about 75 references that the earth is flat. The Bible writers wrote, we have a dome over our earth where remember when God said he opened up the floodgates? And you see that when you study the space, you see a cloud, a dust, just a line of dust going across the sky. I forgot the name of what they call that. But I believe that's when God said he cracked the sky open. I believe that God cracked that open, and that's how the water came in when he put the flood here in Noah days.
He
But when
cracked it.
God
Yeah,
said
yeah,
when he
yeah.
comes,
See,
He
now,
cracked.
let
He,
me tell you, that's why. Hey, listen, the Bible is a cold book. The book of the Bible is cold. But listen, did you know all along I understood that we have a dome, but I still understand that we are a globe.
see, the
See,
dome
people.
is the dome is the atmosphere thing.
Some people I say, man, these motherfuckers must have got an F in science class
Yes.
because they're not understanding the challenge in what science is about and what could possibly be. I mean, it is almost guessing, but when you can say that I think or I believe that is flat, and you think of even simple as saying that as a crack in the water got in. Now you know how scientists will tear that up. They would take a hamster ball and put a crack in it and drop it in the damn ocean, and no water gonna get in. So that no, you got to understand real science when you talk. See, now that right there can make me go through a different challenges through the Bible that we got differences to, but common sense. And look, like I said, I watch all these science channels, so man, it's so many planets. But you gonna tell me everything in the solar system is damn near the same but different, just like how us people's the same different. You gonna really, really believe that we the only one up there looking like a plate? Everybody is a ball, and we the only motherfucking plate. A rapper
you have
eat
to
that up.
realize something.
Like, how we gonna be plates? And I got plates under me.
Yeah. That would make it, and
I
that
mean,
would
earthquakes
the
happen.
Titanic
Listen,
plates
when earthquakes happen, that's because plates shift.
shifting of the
I'm
Titanic plates.
if I'm a big plate, what the fuck I got plates under me shifting for? That don't even make sense. You see what I'm saying? But when you believe the billion astronaut channels and NASA and the shit, I'll be in the aliens we was gonna talk about UFOs. I'm more worried about certain events that happened and they saw three dots on spaceships, and then they talking about, yeah, but it made a triangular formation. they really doing this shit. They guessing is it space junk or not. They using real logical explanations. You know what I'm saying? They really exploring these other planets. That means yeah, everybody. That means the flat earthers got to believe that they're not exploring these other planets and seeing all this shit. There's so much shit. I got to have it ready on hand because there's so many planets and different and you know different parts of understanding that people got. Like I'll tell somebody that they supposed to be looking for water, but they be finding planets with liquid. Like they just found this one planet that damn near like Earth, but instead of being water, it was methane. Saying methane, they got mountains and everything on this planet. They got mountains and they got a liquid form of methane. But they said everything that lived there would be real cold. It's water, but it's they kind of water. Like we couldn't uh, survive in a society. But and they were saying like, yeah, it's so far away that they couldn't even imagine what we'd look like. Like they were showing an example, which now this is a theory they just faking. But it's this game, something of gods or God of War, and it'd be like people, but it's really like damn near a mountain moving. They saying everything had to move real slow if they did have different organisms. But then that gets me to the theory. What I said, what if this motherfucker's going around like the Silver Surfer, damn near trying to get in other planets? But back on the flat Earth, man, that's why we got a magnetic shield and all this shit around us. People ain't even understanding that. Like, how could we be a flat Earth? If you understand science, you should know that the rays from the sun would just kill us. If you understand science, but the only reason why the earth ain't kill us, because the sun ain't kill us, is because we got a magnetic shield around us blocking the rays that they kill us instantly. Like different scientific facts. Hey, you can go ahead, Raji. I can't hear y'all real quick. I gotta bag out and come right back in.
No, I was listening.
I'm listening,
I know I
y'all.
got a bag out and come back in. You can finish debating it with Shani. I'm coming right back. Give me like 10 seconds. Y'all
Shani,
sound went low.
Shani, so you think
I'm getting my stuff ready for work.
when this early in the morning?
What y'all say?
Shani, you going to work right now?
No, I'm just getting my stuff together now, so I can just I ain't got to be to work till 6, but I'm just getting my stuff together now, so I can just relax for the rest of the day. You know, my granddad is real sick; he dying, so I'm probably gonna go shoot over there. I'm supposed to go to the blood bank, but I'm gonna see. I told her I was gonna have some money for her, but I get paid Friday, so I might just tell her let me just pay you Friday when we get off.
Wow.
So hold on real quick. I gotta just let my dog out. You ready to eat, Mom?
All right, I'm back.
I'm still thinking about that flat earth.
I mean, but you
Quentin said, where in the Bible does it say the earth is a globe? Where in the Bible? To me,
They don't say that.
it don't say that it's flat either.
Yes, it makes 75 references that it's flat. It don't make 75
It,
references that it's
it makes
round.
more than 75 references that is round. That's what I'm
It
saying.
don't.
See, that's
It
what
don't
some
make
flat
references.
earthers don't.
It don't make no references that the Bible is round. God says, listen, man, I keep forgetting what I was gonna say.
it's common sense, man. Do you know I can give y'all so many science channels where they just got so many shits that's just we got the so y'all don't even believe in the International Space Station. You
They
don't
got
believe we got
no.
astronauts spent 12 days at a time on the International Space Station. Y'all think, oh, that's just a green screen trick. And
That
people
might
going
be, but
and people
if it
going to
is,
school for this. They risking
if
their
it
life.
is going to be, it's all the way up in the atmosphere. It's not in space. Because we real tiny. The Earth is real big and flat, like a frisbee.
So this is what you telling me though. This is what don't make sense. Because I'm a realist. I gotta get to the realist point. Look, you telling me there's thousands of people going to school to be an astronaut. When you finally get your name in the top astronauts, they telling you, yeah, you about to go to this station. You telling me when they get to the top astronauts, they're gonna be like, uh, man, we about to do this trick, y'all. It was all fake. We about to do this trick to where we about to send these fire boosters under y'all, and these bitches can burn all y'all up in a split second. But since you wanted to be an astronaut, you got to be a part of this project. Y'all gonna be all right though. But we gonna once we put y'all on this rocket, we gonna take y'all somewhere else and y'all gonna be on the green screen faking. So all that gravity shit and floating, and when the dude threw orange pillings in his mouth, and they got their suits off and they're just floating, all that shit is fake. I know y'all practice getting on the sex practice. What is it? G force or zero G gravity, whatever, on our little airplane trips that we did, and y'all was floating around and shit. But it was fake. So you telling me they doing all this for this big fake thing at the end? Once you making all this money and you're an astronomer and you're an astronaut, when it's time to go,
Sit
you
down.
telling me
No.
they gonna really risk their life?
Sit down. Move.
All them
Move.
fire blasters
Move.
under they gonna
No. I
hide the
said no,
truth.
China. Get down. Go
That's
eat
what it
your food.
really boils down to.
Go
Do
eat
you
your
think
food.
they really
Go eat
ain't
your
all
food.
this money behind you?
Go
This
eat your
what? How many
food. Go
billions
eat
do
your
it cost to
food.
rock? And and
Good
and
girl.
and, and some people don't
Fine,
even
eat your
buy
food. You're not getting my food. Go eat your food.
uh, just to keep more money. You telling me that
Go
they
eat your
they
food.
gonna
Go.
waste that much money to
Go.
blow this expensive ass
Go eat
rocket
your food.
up to help this theory?
China, you're not getting none of my food. Now go. I said go. I said go.
you know,
No.
big
Go eat your
lie.
food. Come on.
Now
Eat
picture
your
a
food.
frisbee,
Eat your food.
right?
Eat your food.
Yeah.
Eat
And
your
you
food. Eat your food.
real
Eat
tiny.
your food. Eat
You
your
so
no, you're
tiny you can't even
not.
see yourself on this frisbee.
Hmm.
That's how the
I'm
earth
trying to
look.
eat.
So when you up in the sky,
Leave me alone. Move.
the earth look round to you, but it's not. It's flat. It's just you so tiny, and the earth to us is humongous big.
Why you keep saying we so tiny? What do that got to do with the earth being flat?
So us humans is so tiny on this earth to when you up in the sky, you can't see that it's flat. You can't see. All
Move.
you
Get
see
out
is
my
that you
food.
on earth. You up in the sky. But look, if the earth, if the earth was round and you can really leave this earth, why you don't have a picture of the earth?
Now look, let me stop here. This
They
is
always put
why
paint.
is Ron
They
G.
always put
The-
paint.
the-
Good
okay, Ron
girl.
G. Listen, we are not that tiny on the earth. You got to think. See now that's blown out the water. You can get or you can go around the world 3 times. Okay, it take 90 billion years just to get to the sun. If we was that tiny, it'd take 90 billion years to get around
Go.
once. So we ain't that tiny. We
No,
actually
listen.
what?
The Earth is smaller
Get out my
than the
food.
sun. The Earth
Watch out. You
is
stole
real
some of my
tiny
food. Get the
next to
fuck
the
out of
sun.
here.
The Earth is what?
Move.
The Earth is real tiny next to the sun.
Yes,
Right.
it is.
Say the sun is a say the sun is a basketball, right? The size of
Right.
a basketball. We
I'm
would
not
be
getting no
we would
China.
be
Go eat your food.
look, you know how big we
Go
would
eat
be
your
next to
food.
the basketball? You know how
No,
big
you're
the
not
earth
getting
would
that.
be next to the basketball?
Right.
The earth
But
would be the same size of a pen. One of those little round balls that's the size of a ink pen. You know what I'm talking about? That's how
right.
big the earth is next to the sun. When you're talking about earth as a sphere.
Okay,
But
so
you
When you
gotta
talk about the
is
earth,
the
when
sun
you talk
flat?
about the earth is,
now this will kill that right there, Ron G. You can
no,
get
when
out of
you talk,
Earth in about 15 minutes, right?
Move,
How long? Like
move,
13
no, you
move,
cannot get out of earth. You can
move.
go up in the
You're
sky
not getting that.
and, be in the part that they call space.
China, stop.
The earth got a very high atmosphere. It's probably 100. No, I think farthest we could go is probably 150,000 feet, and then once you go past 150,000 feet, you so far up in the air till you think you out in space. But if you can leave this earth,
Move.
scientists can't show us a picture of the earth.
They do
They
all
do
the time.
It's always
all
a
the time.
painting.
That's not always no
That's
painting.
a
I'm glad
painting.
you said
That's
that
a
Move,
because I was
painting.
move.
emotional about
China, I
that.
said, move. Go,
That is
Listen,
not no painting. That
go,
is
I know
real
what
move,
you're talking about.
life
You talking
move.
about
footage.
when they up in space
I
and
said go,
in space
go.
That,
up
I
in
said
space.
that is
go.
real.
You talking about
I'm
when they
talking about. I'm listen. I'm
Yo,
talking
you
about
bad.
talking about when they up in
orbit.
space.
No, I'm talking about when they in orbit or in the space station.
China, move. I
I'm
said
talking when
move.
they
That's
in
not that's
the
up
station.
that's up in the air. They so
Hey,
far up till they tell you that they in space looking down on
hey,
the
look,
earth. No,
hey,
you not,
hey, look,
because if you
look.
was in space,
This
you
might
would
help.
know.
This might help flat earthers. Look, you can be anywhere and still look to the sky. I even known this. Look, they was searching the moon that was on Pluto. They was searching the moon, one of the moons that was on Pluto. Pretty sure it was Pluto. They were searching the moon that was on Pluto, and they pointed the camera to the sky. I said, "I'll be damned." I said, "Wait a minute." So everywhere even got its own sky. That explains why. How I don't know if you was on there, Ron G. I was telling them how you don't see the stars, and that's why you might think it's a painting because you don't see the stars. And that's why I told you I do understand it is a dome, but scientists explain how they got to break through the dome. They already explained that's what they do.
The
Magnetic
dome
field,
is,
whatever you want.
but see, the
What
dome is the atmosphere, though.
call it?
When you break through the atmosphere, that's what you think block the sun's rays. That
Yeah,
little
yeah,
dome right there
Right,
is what you was talking about.
right,
yeah.
right,
And
right.
listen, and I listen. Don't you know? Like, say for instance, I'll say if you take an Easter egg, a sparkly Easter
China,
egg, and close it, put
no,
you inside and you see the dots, that's like the dome. You see them dots, them the stars that you see. That's why we got Polaris, because all these
stop.
stars
You're
is
on
to
your
us.
head.
But
Move. On. Go
with
eat your
that
food.
dome effect,
Go
and
eat
when
your.
you in
Let's go eat your.
you
You better
can't
not be
see
growling at
the star.
me. Go eat your
But
food.
soon as you land on the moon or land on Saturn or wherever you want to
Good
go,
girl.
and look up, you're gonna see what? You're gonna see stars again. That's just like being in another Easter egg with its own sparkles and its own Polaris on there. So when you
No, no.
understand that, that's why it look. That's why it looks black like that.
Hey, I'm
Like
gonna
you ain't
leave
gonna.
for a minute, y'all. I'll be right back.
And you can't say no because
Okay.
it's stars that's in the solar system too. You can't call every star the same. All everything is out there is actually stars. I even got the belief. I even know, and that's why you see weird shit like we're made of our DNA got stardust in it. Every last human being's DNA has stardust. I mean, once you take those facts, yeah, I like to put all the facts in there, and then you can understand different. And another thing I was gonna say that just like because we have a loving God and people are supposed to know they God. Just like I said, people don't understand the bacon theory, like how you say God can eat said that we can eat bacon now. That's what I said it's okay to eat pig now. I think he forgive certain people for certain thing. That's why we can't judge them. We can't judge if nobody going to heaven or hell or not.
Right. God told
Right.
you that. Do not judge nobody. Don't tell nobody where they going.
So right, that's what I'm saying. No matter what you are, even if you were Esau's children, that's my point.
Yeah, God
That's
says
why
that.
that, huh?
But God says this about Esau though. Some of Esau is going to go to heaven. God says that every nationality is going to make it to heaven, right? But
Mm-hmm.
God says this about Esau. Even if I'm gonna just tell you and I can't tell you word for word, but I'm just going to tell you the overall.
Uh-huh.
Even if some of the people of Esau make it to heaven, God says they're going to still be in a low state. God is mad at Esau for the violence they put against us. Don't you know it was some people who never had the freedom of a 5-year-old, but God made life for us to enjoy it, but we not in enjoying it. That's what God talk about in the book of Malachi, the first chapter. He
Mm-hmm.
said he know his children is mourning. He know that Esau got the world. God says, but just know one thing: I chose to love you and hate them. That's what God says. God says, I know you. I know your pain. This in the book of Malachi, the first chapter. I know your pain, and I know that you not living happy. But just know one thing: I chose to love you and hate them. And even though some white people make it to heaven, God says they'll make it to heaven, but they will be in a low state.
But that kind of adds on how I kind of say it's so many levels to this shit. But I'm gonna answer Quentin. He said, "Why won't they let us go to space?" They do let us go to space. If you be an astronaut, you can go to space. They got programs
Space.
where they tell you can go to space, and I'm pretty sure you can pay some money right now to get on a space trip. Chances are, I don't know how long it's gonna go if it ever go, but I'm pretty sure you can pay money to go on a space trip.
Yeah,
And last but not
can you?
it you're gonna be scared. The last thing, a motherfucker is too scared to go there because I'm pretty sure it's motherfuckers with enough money to build something to go to motherfucking space, but you're not getting on that motherfucker. You might tell yourself, but when it's time to go, you're not gonna fucking go to space. Period. You
You
gonna get
cannot
on
leave this.
on it,
You cannot leave Earth.
huh?
You know who John Glenn is?
Yeah, he went twice.
Let me tell you something. John Glenn died, but before he died, 2 weeks before he died, he got on YouTube. He's on YouTube right now. So when you're done, go to YouTube and check it out. John Glenn said this before he died. 2 weeks later, he died. John
Mm-hmm.
Glenn said, "We did not go to the moon. All that was a hoax. I did not want to die with that lie." And then 2 weeks later, he died. But when they
Now I can't hear
interviewed
you.
John Glenn, when can you hear me now? Can
Hold on 1 second, Ron G. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Damn, hold on. Let me fix this shit. Give me 1 second, my. All right, Ron G. You said what? You said he said what now?
John Glenn said before he died, he said, "We did not go to space. I did not want to die with that lie." John Glenn said that. John Glenn said it was all a hoax. Now, when John back in 1969, when they interviewed John Glenn from coming back from space, look all this up on the internet because it's on the internet. And don't take my word
Mm,
for it, just look at it. When they interviewed John Glenn was looking sad with his face down. And he didn't want to answer their questions. They said, "How was it? You the first man who went to the moon." John Glenn looking very sad because he didn't want to lie. He said, "Oh, it was all right. It was fine." You know, I enjoyed it. And he never once looked at the camera. He never once looked at nobody. His face was down to the ground. And then I think he died maybe 10 years ago, somewhere in there. And
Hmm.
then that's when he said he did not want to lie. All that was a hoax. Listen, the Bible says that the earth says this to God: get these wicked people off of me. And God says this to the earth: just hold on a little longer. And then the Bible says this: if God did not say that to the earth will shake the wicked people off of him. Now, if the earth don't want wicked people on him, just imagine the other planets, like the moon. The moon don't want wicked people on them either. Like, hold on, all I know is good. God made me because God said he know all his creation. He said even the trees and rocks cry out to him. So therefore the moon cried out to him. So if the earth don't want evil people on it, because God is good and everything, because God said he rested on the seventh day from all his good works. So he made the moon on the fifth day. So if the earth don't want nothing evil on it, neither do the moon. And the moon gonna be like, hold on, I don't want no evil. I don't want the evilness down there to spread on me. You have to know all that, man. God don't have no reason to lie. God said that Esau will lie to you.
So
God
does
said Esau is
the Bible say anything about aliens?
yes, you got to go to Genesis chapter 6.
Okay, and so you know about well, you know about the Nephilims and all of that, but those are fallen
That's the
angels.
children. That's the children. See, the angels, see, these ain't the angels that God kicked out. God threw out Lucifer and all the people, the 1/3 of heaven that agreed with Lucifer. Then later, it was more angels that left on their own, and they came down here to have sex with women, and these women got pregnant, and giants grew from these women. And that's the reason why God told King David to kill all those people that was in Canaan, that's now called Israel, because their bloodline was tainted. And that's the reason why God put the flood here to kill off that bloodline, because the devil was trying to make children of his own to get back into heaven. You have,
Mm.
man, the Bible is real deep, man. I know the Bible. There's nothing that you can open up and say, hey, don't nobody know what this means. If I know what it means and I'm not nobody, just imagine what the government know that he's trying to hide from you. I'm trying to tell you, man. If I can
Mm.
answer any question and I'm not nobody, I just know history. And you know, if I know history, look how much more the government knows.
Hmm. Yeah, I
And
understand.
the
It's
Bible says they are
I,
liars. They will lie to
I,
you so you won't believe that there's a loving God.
yeah, a lot of that's why I've tried to get through to people. A lot of people they be believing in like the Buddha and stuff like that, but the
That's
Bible,
the
I
reason
know I
why
know the Bible.
those people don't care about they don't give no regards to Jesus. The Chinese, they believe in Buddha. Hindu,
Hmm.
they all believe in Hindu and other gods. Look at the Ishmael people, the Arabs. They believe in Muhammad. And the white
Hmm.
people, they try to play on our intelligence by saying, hey, come over, cross the line, come over here. Yeah, we Christians. We Christians, come over here, man. Here, Jesus white. Oh, the Bible says don't be gay, man. You can be gay. Oh, the Bible says don't eat pork, man. You can eat pork. Oh, the Bible says don't do this and don't do that, man. You could do that, but I'm still a Christian, man. Jesus
So
white.
you
They
so
try to lie
you
to you.
the Vatican runs the world.
Who?
The Vatican.
A Vatican. Well, they their own country. They their own. They do what they want to do, and they part of Esau.
But that's the head of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, the Catholic Church. They they uh they believe in Mother Mary and all that crap. They don't go to Jesus. They go straight to Mary. They don't go to God. They go straight to Mary. And they
But
believe in having sex with
you
boys
think
and
it's
all that
okay
stuff.
to at least acknowledge Mary,
No, that's not
even
okay.
Jesus' mother Mary?
No, it's not okay.
Huh?
Even Jesus talked to his mom like, "What do you want, woman?" And when they said, Jesus, your mom is here," Jesus looked at him and said, "My mom is already here with me. All these women around me, they my mom." Mary was just just like you. If you was Jesus, your mom is just a normal mom. But you special. You Jesus. That's just like you. Say for instance, you a rap star. You the star of the family. Your mom is your mom, and your brothers is your brothers.
Yeah,
But
but in
you the
that time
star.
period, they wasn't their attitude weren't really like that though. So
And in that time period, in that time period, um,
yeah, and that
what,
time
what,
period was a little bit different. But like I said again, that's just a part of when you read a verse, but some people understand it differently. Because
uh,
I mean, 'cause I'm a person. I speak on trying to walk in the path of Jesus, but the Bible still tells you to honor thy mother and thy father right there. So what I mean, what can you say when you get honor mother and thy father, and what you saying like close to disrespect talk to your mom?
what's up,
See,
Richard?
huh?
I'm on the phone. This is where I can get the best internet connection. Mm-hmm. Where you about to go?
Bro, they will let us go out of space, man.
Hey, hey,
I- if
Richard,
you
why
be an
why you like this?
astronaut,
You like going to the marathon real fast?
if you be an astronaut, or you may get one of your kids to be an astronaut, Quentin, you can go to space, man. Period.
You can't go to space.
And so
You
you
can.
say John Glenn actually telling that he did not go to the moon. He did not go. He didn't say he didn't go out of space.
He
You
said
talking
he did
about
not
the
go.
moon?
He did not go to the moon. He said. Just go to the YouTube and look it up. Say John Glenn did not go to the moon, and then read that.
Where did he
Listen
go?
to it,
But do it say where did he go?
and then say he just said he did not go to the moon. Oh, that was a hoax. He was in Hollywood. That's where he was at in
See, but,
Hollywood.
but they ain't really make no sense for him to say I did not go to the moon. Wouldn't it make sense for him to say where he went? Like did we
Because
stopped
he
here,
said he did
we
not
got
want.
past orbit, or something like that? I mean, just that ain't really a confession.
Listen, that moon stuff was staged in Hollywood somewhere because they showed the making of all that crap. It's all in black and white. You can see it. It's they that was the making of it. It's all on YouTube.
Did you ever
Look at
tell me
it.
about the dust not popping up?
That's right. I told you about that. If
Okay,
then not only
I
that, you would
watched
have heard
it.
the
It was
engine.
dust popping up everywhere. It
No, it
was
was not.
dust.
When you watched the landing, it wasn't no dust. When he put his footprint on the surface, it wasn't no dust. Dust should have popped up.
I was
When
watching
you
him walk on the moon. I ain't lying. I watched him. They was walking when they was on the moon, and he took a couple
they
steps.
was bouncing, they was bouncing on the moon.
Yeah, we was
All that
bouncing.
was
I was about to say
all that
Gallup
was
walk.
fake.
I was like he was almost Gallup walking, and every time at the bottom, I see it was some little dust shit popping up. It was. You got to look at it again, because after you
Listen,
said
listen.
that, I was
That
watching them
okay,
channels, and
okay.
dust was.
Nothing no on the moon. So therefore, the dust popped all around. There's no atmosphere. Anything burning up. Earth have an atmosphere. The moon don't.
Yeah, but I'm saying I mean,
On the moon, that should have went up everywhere. When a rock land on the moon, and it takes 6 months for it to okay. When you know the Bible, like I know the Bible, there's no way that the man can lie to you. There's no way man can lie to you.
no, yeah,
God
man
said they
can.
lie to you. They said man lie so you won't believe them. This is what the Bible said. Everything I say about the Bible, it comes from the Bible, not me, because I'm not nobody.
I know,
I'm
but
not gonna lie on the Bible.
even about what you're saying, it's still another way to go about it. Like say it, like say that verse that you was gonna say what it says, and I'm gonna tell you something to understand that in a better way. From my
Okay,
perspective.
okay. Because I don't know. That's why I always want to study and learn with somebody, because I've been learning by myself for 28 years, and I always wanted
Uh-huh.
to learn and study with someone so I learn too. Well, anyway, like the stuff I don't know. Um,
Uh-huh.
God said, all that they do, they will lie to you, so you won't believe that there's a loving God. That's what the Bible says. And when God said they mean the white man, because this is what we came over, and we under their rules. We not under God's rules no more, because we became slaves because we wanted to be like the white man.
Okay. But now first, even with
God,
that,
and we wanted to be like the Chinese. Now you're
see, but I get out of it as those devils, period, because the devil can get hold of a little black kid also.
That's true, and the Bible tells you that. The Bible says
So
everybody from Abraham is not of God. That means Ishmael in them. But even then, the Bible talk about our race, our race, our race. Even though He loved our race, only a small amount were going to be saved.
but if you know
That's
that
something to think
human
about.
all people lie, and you know that we will make mistakes, that's easily to line up a lie and a mistake. And plus, just by reflecting off the Tower of Babel, you have a right to not understand everything just because you know that you wasn't gonna understand everything. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you can't understand a liar. That's like that's like somebody that's like you raised your child, and then next thing you know, you do so much for your child, and you like, oh man, I can't believe that you lied to me. And y'all black. So I mean that happens. And it's okay that somebody lied to you for you to make that mistake, because you were going to make mistakes anyway. Because you saying that your child ain't able to deceive you.
Yeah, your child is able to perceive you. But let me do this. Listen to this. Go and look up this. The the streets of Washington D.C. from a bird point of view. You know what you're going to see the streets of Washington D.C. like the Devil's Star. The founders of this country dedicated this country to the devil. You have to know the history, man. And just go to YouTube and look up Washington D.C. at a bird point of view, and it's going to be looking down at Washington and
Now you know what that's a part of, right? But let me
show
tell
you
you.
this how
Okay, now let me tell
this
you.
man.
On that same verse that you said about able to deceive you and lie. That's how the devil works, man. The devil shows you illusions like that for you to believe in the stuff like that, to
Good.
be misguided. That's symbolism. That's the type of symbolism that the Bible was talking about. The devil wants you to see that, to see that, to be deceived. Because just for the simple fact of just one race, even if God did punish a race, you know that your God is don't have hatred. I mean, why he gotta hate, and he made you, basically.
K.
See what I'm saying? So for you to see, what I'm saying is, for you to see that 6-point star that's showing in Washington D.C., you're looking at that illusion that the devil was trying to get you to see.
No, it's not no illusion. This is the streets. Every point
It's
is a government building.
it's an allusion to the fact that we was talking about when my one boy said, if you look at lived in the mirror and backwards it says devil. That's a part of
No,
Satanism.
that's
And that's
something
devilism.
different, K.
That's devilish, and that's actually the same thing. That's just that
No,
same
it's not,
thing,
K.
different method. And the devil gonna try to
No, it's
attack
not.
you in different types of ways. And that's one of them ways to
Hey,
get you to see that.
ain't nothing good about this country. This country killed off the Indians, made slaves out of us, and they still do us bad to this day. Ain't nothing great about this country. The founders of this country worship the devil. And that's the reason. If as long as we God favorite people. If there's a God and there's a devil, and it's a spiritual war. They do not like us. We are much God people. We God's people, and the devil do not. He trying to mess up God's creation. So he trying to God's people. He's trying to kill God's people, whether it's killing them or corrupting their minds. But this United States is the country that God talks about in Revelations. You have to know the history of this country and then know the Bible. It goes together like a 4-piece puzzle.
But he
But
talk about
I have to
other
go to the
countries.
store real fast. No, this is
Okay.
the only country that got God's people. But and I'll hop right back in. I'm just
A
gonna go
lot
get
of
a blunt
a
so I
lot
can
of countries
smoke.
got slavery. It's a lot of countries with
Yeah,
slavery.
no, not like United States did. It's a lot of countries that have our nationality in them. That's the reason why God says, "For God so loved the world." He only said "world" because we were split up from being a nation. We all over the world. So that's the reason why God says, "For God so loved the world," that He gave His only begotten Son. Because we already learned that God hates Esau. And when you read Isaiah chapter 4:40, verse 15, God says, "The other nations I spit out my mouth." So God do not love the world. You have to know all that, man. I'm not going to, everything God say is straight from God, the Bible, not from me. God can strike me dead if I lie on the Bible.
But you got to
And
think though, like even when you say God spit out other nations, what was he saying? How can you interpret that? You can interpret that a lot of ways. You can say God can say, okay, you can say God say, you know what? I'm gonna spit out this nation. I'm gonna leave them on their own until they turn back to me and show and until they see that I am their strength. You can look at it like that. You can look at it like was a person that's living in sin when he do something bad, huh? What'd you say, Blam?
I don't know. I think his connection is getting low. He said something. He went going to the store or something. And my shit acting all fucked up.
Oh my God. I don't like your news channel, your broadcast.
Yeah. Let me see. Hold on.
You need to go up on a mountain and get a better range of frequency.
Nah, my shit perfect. Shit, I got the ultimate connection. I'm saying I got to charge my shit up because I've been doing this shit for about a nice 2 hours and something. I can't even see the whole
An hour
thing.
50. Been on here an hour and 54 minutes.
Yeah, it looked like I'm gonna finish this wake up call, do this shit tomorrow, have a new episode and shit later. K.Z.U.P TV. We just sitting real early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my bae to get up so I can go see Dad, go check in on Dad.
Mm-hmm. You talk to Riz?
No, I ain't talked to him. I talked to Movie yesterday morning. I ain't called him back or nothing.
Man, my shit is acting so fucked up. I'm trying to get this shit going so I can. Actually, I was getting ready to end this motherfucker. Okay, here we go. There we go. Oh, Ron G still in there? Oh no, Ron G gone. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to end this shit, man. This K.Z.U.P TV. Tune in with your boy early in the morning for the wake up call. Shit, 1300 ERP. I'm gonna have to get with you later, my brother. Thanks for stopping
Sure.
by.
For sure.
K.Z.U.P
Anytime,
TV.
cuz.
You know it.
All right, I'll tap in with you
All
later.
right. All right, it's on. Yeah, it's your boy. 1300. But today, came to politics to you. About the world you was living in. Yeah, you know. Yeah. You make diamonds by applying pressure, you know. It's nothing. Yeah. Them niggas want to test you, but don't let them pressure. And they multiplied it. Okay. Okay. From the boroughs from tomorrow. From the day and yesterday. They try to tell you that we were slaves. I tell them, fuck the United. Wait. Line you up with skates, iron to your face. Tell you what it really ain't. Tell you that you was a slave and didn't know you was a king. Man, had everything. Gold and ring, clashes, clay. Come through with the cash today. Making money, they taking money all black. Call it Jamaican money. Yeah, tell them we got what it takes. But they take swimming with the stakes. Raise the stakes, now they made the weight. I tell them wait. Man, fuck the United. Hey, hold up in your chest like, yeah, I know you feeling stressed like, they told you that. They told you black. They told you that. They told you whack. They tried to tell you Columbus found it, and the Mexicans walking there from the first day, lines in your face from the Aztecs, blast text, ass necks, when they crucify the king. Hardcore kamikaze type coming up, when they make ninjas, then they killing competition. Break you up like the engine. Brain gone, ignorance, now you never knowing what it takes or what it took. Now they shaking hooks. Yeah, sit back and just take a look. How they put colors against colors. Now they cross brothers like cross brothers. They cross brothers. Now we all lost brothers. You lost brother. I'm trying to tell you about the life they lead and the feet. Yeah, they fight the hand and feet, but they don't really tell about how we walk on our hands and feet. They gave you paper and told you mine. Niggas said niggas that we own is mine, but the paper told them, so they don't own that. Now they gotta roll back. North and the South Dakotas, Indians lost theirs. Yeah, coming through the crosshairs when niggas had war in their road. Now I'm boy, K.Z.U.P TV. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, notification. Yeah. I can't see it. We got clips on the European.